Alright, I'll be here till 10. Well, now I'm alone. Sad time. Ah, they still kept the original battle theme. Well, no, I can't say they kept the original battle theme. They've changed it. But, hello everyone. I haven't got my stream open quite yet. YouTube, be kind to me. Be kind, rewind. Pull up my stream. Thank you. Let me mute my computer before that echoes into my own stream, because that's always annoying as all hell. But, yeah. Here we are with Defiance 2050, which is, for those wondering, it is a closed beta, so sadly you can't just go download it right now. You have to have actually been emailed a key, and I already looked into it. It is available to stream. It's not covered under an NDA, so we're cool there. And now I'm going to make my post to Twitter, just going to Patreon, as usual. See, I personally was a huge fan of the original Defiance. And I say that I actually have the Defiance Collector's Edition bag from Defiance when it first came out. I still have that bag to this day. It's about 5 feet from me. I was actually a huge fan. For those that don't know what Defiance is, Defiance was kind of like Destiny before Destiny was even out. It's a gun RPG, open world, but instead of like Destiny where it was multiple planets and kind of segmented, it was pretty just huge and open. Now, granted, I'm telling you my experience from Destiny 1. I don't know what's been changed in Destiny 2050, so. But I am personally a huge fan of Defiance. And I know I have those Defiance stickers, and I also have the Defiance postcards that came with it. Like I said, I really liked the game. More a case of I played it on a buddy of mine's system and then was like, this is awesome, and then bought the collector's edition. So that was the best part. That's the cool thing about Let's Plays. You get to see right now if it's worth buying before it's out. Although I will say, as a disclosure, this is a beta, and so there's a chance that anything in this game right now may be patched or fixed or tweaked in the ultimate release of the game. So, like for instance, let's say I find a broken shotgun. It is just completely broken, and then developers go, like 75% of people are using this one shotgun because it is broken. We're going to nerf that shotgun so then it brings all the other weapons, it brings that weapon down so the average out is better weapons as opposed to one just you have to have this weapon. That kind of deal. That's why they do that in a lot of games. Like there are people who will just be like, man, I loved using Gallahorn in Destiny. Why did they get rid of it? Well, for all the people who don't have Gallahorn, they're now excluded from really cool content just because of their inability to have this one gun. So, you know, it's very difficult to balance gun RPGs because small things can lead to huge changes. Like for instance, anyone who's played Endgame Borderlands, it's ridiculous. Everyone has these crazy, exotic, legendary, yellow, purple, gold, pink, whatever the new color is, weapons, and they're just like, by the way, this shotgun, when I pull the trigger, fires 1.7 million bullets at once. They all do 1 damage, though. And it's just like, yeah, but it's still 1.7 million damage in a shotgun. And it's like, oh, by the way, it all fires in one projectile. It just collides 1.7 million times a second. And you're like, doesn't that break the game? Like, because there are people, and you could probably find this on YouTube, people who play Borderlands 1 or 2 have these crazy setups with these crazy guns, whether they're modded or not. And just be like, by the way, if I fire this gun in the middle of a group of enemies, the game crashes, because it just can't process. And it's like, that's cool, but annoying after like the second time you've done it. And you're like, alright, I have to restart the game, reload my character, get back to that spot, fucking it. So, that's a big important thing. Control A, Control C. Sorry it took me so long to post. I started talking, I got all excited, and then I just kept analyzing and talking. I do that. Come on, Patreon. Alright, publish. Bam. Alright, so that's that, there's that. Minimize. Minimize. Minimize, 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 minimize. Oh yeah, thanks. For fucking fuck you and your update. Which are minimize. Haha. And what was the last thing I was gonna do before we started this bad boy up? I am probably gonna have to make a new character. Damn. I wonder how in-depth the character creator is gonna be. Let's find out. Yeah, the end loosened. Pre-release software parts of the game, including twists and generic features, might not function as expected or at all. Game may crash. Sony and Tron Worlds do not commit to providing customer service for the game yet. Well, yeah, because they know. There's a good chance they already know what's wrong, and also, you know, if they like put out a beta and then they get up back 100 or 1,000 people all complaining about the same bug happening, well, then they know exactly what the bug is. They're like, hey, we've gotten a whole bunch of people complaining that their characters are being like deleted from this one mission. Well, then there's a problem with that one mission, clearly. Also, welcome back, Toke. I'm just talking about because it popped the warning up there where it's like, warning, game may be piece of shit. Because that is a risk you take, although chances are they won't do that with this game to the point that there won't be any, like, start up the game and it blue screens kind of broken. It'll be more a case of, you know, I might be able to find a way to get out of the map kind of broken. Potent's arrival was more immigration than invasion. Peaceful attempts to integrate collapse into decades of war. Earth was transformed. Extinction seems inevitable until Taco Bell. I mean, the Battle of Defiance. Not the hero we need, but the hero we deserve right now. You're like, oh damn. Human and photon soldiers defied orders, united to save innocent lives. Valiant acts inspired the belief that we must brave this new frontier together. So is this continuing straight from the story of the first one? I will say that I haven't played the first one in forever. And also, I'm fairly certain the servers have been dead for several years now, so... I always love these in games too, where it's like a group of random nameless soldiers in like a military chopper, and then you're a character who you create, and it's just like brown-haired white guy, brown-haired white guy, brown-haired white guy, one token black guy, and like some dude with like blue or purple or green hair, you know, whatever you make.
Repeat, 10 minutes until lockdown, people.
That's an unacceptable response. Must I remind you who I am?
What the hell is this?
Don't even tell me he's still alive. Yep, he's still alive.
You're here to help me, so that's what I want you to do.
You're dismissed, Private. What's the problem, Von Bach?
You better get your men in line, Captain Grant. I want my equipment out of storage. My Ark Hunters and I depart as soon as we land.
The Earth Republic is in a limousine service. Your gear's locked up and we don't have time to dig it out. Now please, find your seat.
No offense, Captain, but I think your orders were to do as I asked.
My orders come from my superiors. People in Manhattan wearing uniforms, like this. And those orders are to keep you safe while you locate your alleged Arctech.
Alleged Arctech? There is no alleged, Captain. Do you see this? With this Arc core and the rest of the technology that I'll find in the Bay Area, I will repair this world. And be its hero, of course.
You're in a restricted area. Get to your seat.
If anything happens to my gear, I'll send the bill to your superiors.
What an asshole. Let's move, people. Time's ticking. What is this, a dorm room? Everyone, get to your seats. You two, let's go. No problem, Captain. You too.
So, human male, human female, Rathian male and female, Castathon. Sure, we'll go with Castathon. Oh yeah, I forgot about the different classes. Oh wow, yeah, they just carried over the character created from the old one. Where you can spend a ridiculous amount of time making your character look like whatever you want her to. And more her.
Hey, bud, soldier.
What's up?
Hey, friend.
What's up?
Hey, friend. You're doing good work. You're astounding.
What's up? You're pretty good.
How's the violence? You're crazy. I find you to be quite annoying.
Soldier. Hey, buddy. Good work. Might be time to hang it up.
Hey. You're alright.
Why not? Might as well not get too big into the into the character, because the problem is going to be I don't want to get too into the character creator, make a character I really, really like, and then be like, oh yeah, by the way though, just a beta, so this character is just going to be automatically removed later. Yeah, sorry about that. And you're just like, well, there you go, putting time and effort into a character that doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, we're gonna specifically avoid that. I hate when games do that, but they don't tell you they're doing that. That's the most annoying part. When you're like, oh, I'm gonna put so much time into this character, I'm gonna build it up, or you try to experiment with mechanics, and you're like, alright, I think I got a build that works. And then they're like, cool, glad you enjoyed that, now do it all again. Like, you sack of bananas. That's why I actually really like that the Monster Hunter demo in and of itself is purely just like, you know, a couple of fights and nothing serious. Because it would suck to be like, I'm gonna go fight this monster 7 times to make his armor set, and then be like, good, now the full game is released, you've lost your character, you've got to make everything again. So you've got to go fight that monster a bunch for its fucking parts again. Alright, back to character creator. We got a weird funky hairdo, weird funky hairdo, weird funky hairdo. Actually, that's not weird. That actually looks like my character's haircut in Skyforge. I do like the highlights. Do I go with the weird ponytail and the weird metal doodad? You know what? I go with the highlights. Kind of like them both. Yeah, we'll go with the purple. Bam! Details, tattoos. What do we got? I like to look at that. We got a comment from someone. Liz! What's up, Liz? How have you been? God, I haven't seen you in forever. Blemishes, so I can give myself scarring. Kind of like that one. Not gonna lie. I wish they had one that was fucking symmetrical. But we'll go with that. Character name. We're just gonna do the usual. WretchedSickness. What? You have you forgotten my name? God damn it. Normally, as soon as I put like WRE, WretchedSickness is the first thing that pops up. Alright, name of the Arcana, you may enter a single name, first, last, name separated by a single space. Each name must be at least 3 characters long. I'm gonna put WretchedSickness, because, like I said, no point in really going nuts with the character creator. Alright, busy with work, teaching new people. Alright, well, I don't know what you're teaching people, but
now,
hope it's going good.
Hold on, Captain. That one isn't wearing your beloved uniform. They don't take orders from you. Sorry about that, friend.
We land in 10. Strap in.
I never got to brief you on your ego implant, so we really need to... What the hell?
Sir, they need you on the bridge.
I think I will actually get to my seat. When we land, don't go anywhere. The ego activation could be a bit jarring without a proper briefing.
Relax. It's just a little turbulence. Completely normal.
No, it's not. We're all gonna die.
She's actually quite charming once you get to know her.
Happy to hear you're doing well, Liz. Or at least I hope you're doing well. All I know is that you're teaching new people. So I hope that's going well, and if so, happy to hear you're doing well. I'm a little sad. Defiance 2050 seems to be... Defiance.
Brace yourself, Cass. This could be real bad.
Like, as this is playing, I'm remembering that this is the exact same tutorial in the first one. I remember you on a particularly annoying mission with a fucking radio beacon.
Nice.
Doing good, hate new people. I do too, I know how that feels.
Name's Cass Ducar. I saw you land. Well, maybe that's not the right word. It was more smashing into the ground than landing.
They call that crashing, numbnuts.
What are you doing? Whoa, are you okay? Do you need help? Can you hear me? You need to sit down. Here, sit down before you pass out.
I don't remember who the
More than a bump to the
glowing
head,
chick
so
is,
rest.
but
Get
she's
your feet
important.
under you.
If you couldn't tell by the
I'm
fact
gonna
that
go see
she's
if anyone else
glowing and only I can see her.
Oh, you might want to arm yourself a bit more. The locals aren't known for their charm.
They have Lucky Charms here?
Hello. Oh, good. You can hear me now. I can sense your nervousness, but don't fret. I'm the Environmental Guardian online device that was injected into your body. You can just call me Ego. Please forgive me. I'm having some trouble getting all the behaviors activated, so we might experience a few hitches at the beginning. But I'll sort it out. We have lots to go over, so we should start.
Alright.
We need to find Mr. Von Bach, but first, we'll need to gear up.
Fuck Von Bach.
Let's hurry. We need to collect the necessary equipment as soon as possible so we can start looking for Mr. Von
Thought
Bach.
so.
Particular weapon types work better for specific situations, so you'll want to get used to switching back and forth between the primary and secondary weapons.
Huh. Ow. So yeah, it's your basic gun RPG. Although you have quite a bit of health in this one. How do I dodge? I know how to crouch. Thought I hit square to reload that. L2 to sight your weapon. Yeah, no shit.
Making a run.
Oh, that's how you sprint.
Grenades have a cooldown period, so there will be a short break before another one is ready for use.
I feel like I'm playing Fortnite. This plays exactly like Fortnite did. Or not Fortnite, sorry. Defiance 1. There, that's how you dodge roll. Ammo boxes to restock. Looks like the other Defiance. This one seems to throw you right into the action. No, the other one did this too. It's just like your basic tutorial. It's like you walking around, random people, just being there, being random. Ammo's currently full because I hit the box. Boing, boing, boing. L1 plus square to use your ego power, which is currently run like hell. So, fat lot of good that does me. Why can't I throw grenades? I want to know why the beta actually has the other classes locked, because they're kind of available. Like, the full game is released. Hi, buddy. Ow. You know, I'm not a fan of you. Oh, that is like 400. That is crap. Will you stop with that? Nope. There's also no aim assist whatsoever. In case you're wondering why I'm kind of all over the place.
Can anyone hear me? I need help down here. It looks like the mutants are getting organized for an attack.
Hey Cass, you're kind of dumb for running ahead of me, so deal with it. Alright, so there's my character, there's my equipment. Oh yeah, I forgot about the skill trees. They go freaking crazy. Yeah, because you could change your tree whenever you want in the original game. Matchmaking, Intel, map. There's also where you can change your equipment, but I don't have any starred gear, pardon me. Oh yeah, I forgot, this is basically an MMO, so there are several different forms of currency, and each currency is, of course, monitored by several mechanics. Different currencies, some have caps.
Making a run.
According to my readings, those creatures are actually humans. However, their DNA is severely mutated.
With graphics like this from a PS3 game, there better be some crazy shit when I get out. I'm really hoping they just high def everything.
I have the ability to hack into most computer systems. Get to that thorium reactor, and I'll see what I can do. Excellent. I was able to reactivate the big gun. The reactor will overload and blow this entire base off the map, but we'll need to keep the mutants from disrupting the process.
I do believe I've encountered a bug, which is hilarious, because I just started.
Now that looks useful. I've spotted some advanced weaponry.
But, I can't throw a grenade. That thing they said is tied to R1. R1 does nothing.
Heavy arms spotted.
So, not 100% sure what to do about that. Hello. How goes it? If you couldn't tell, you might be supposed to lose this fight. Dude, there's like 50 or plus dudes just sitting here shooting at me. And they will infinitely spawn out of that helicopter, to my knowledge. What? Reload the pistol, please. Thank you. I mean, it's supposed to kill 35 guys. The point is I believe it's supposed to teach you that you can die and respawn infinitely with ego. It's just, you're not supposed to die. And like with all MMOs, if you die too much, it'll revert progress on certain, you know, boss fights and shit like that. I think there's another version of this level that you go through in the tutorial. Or not in the tutorial, I mean, I'm in the tutorial now, but there's a dungeon you go through with other players where it's like, you have to kill 75 dudes and all that shit, but no one can die. It's pretty intense, actually. Yeah, that's me getting dropped. And that just goes to show you that it's like, death in this game, super inconsequential. So it's all just about shooting and having fun. At least it is to me. I like how a lot of them are just shooting that core, and it literally has no health bar. So it just triggers that cutscene. And then we just climb over a wall with no support, no real anything to grip or anything. It's just sort of, yep, and there's those like PS2 level graphics. Which I should mention also, if I'm not mistaken, Defiance was like an early PS3 game.
You have an ego implant, don't you? That's amazing.
No, just an ego.
First time I've ever seen one in action. You know, I think we're gonna make one hell of a team.
You might have no grenades equipped.
A little backup can take you a long way in this crazy place.
I have no idea.
I'm heading to the crash site. They're gonna need help. I'm sure we'll be in contact.
I'm sad though, man. I thought this game was an actual, like, full sequel to Defiance. It seems to just be Defiance. Again.
My systems have reached a threshold where upgrades have become available. You may now spend an ego unit. Need to
I
find out if Mr.
already
Von
did
Bach
that.
survived. I'm picking up signals from a couple nearby evac seats. Fingers crossed that one of them belongs to Mr. Von Bach.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I have no grenade equipped. There is actually a grenade equip slot for that. That's annoying. But Von Bach isn't in his pod.
This evac seat
Oh
is
no.
empty. I hope whoever was in there is
See
still
ya.
alive somewhere. I'm experiencing a lot of interference. Get to an open area so I can scan the valley.
There's a vehicle you get later on. Oh.
We're really lucky to be alive. The crash is horrifying.
You're not wrong. It is what happens when a military freighter just kind of crashes into the fucking ground. In the words of Lewis Black, we will go into the ground like a fucking dart. Because what's fall damage? I don't know why they expect you to walk around that whole U-bend up there. There's nothing up there for you. Hello, corpse.
Oh no, this person didn't make it out alive. I'm detecting a fading ego signal, which means this must have been a fellow Ark Hunter.
No,
I'm receiving
this is a
several
corpse.
Von Bach Industry signals. One of them has to be him. Let's hurry and check them out.
Boing, 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 boing. I don't remember the story of Defiance. I do remember a couple key points. What is this? Hey, this is a fast travel point. Someone leveled up. Well, congratulations to them. Notice all the purple dots just fucking chilling. Just people going ballistic. Da 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 da.
This expedition is in serious jeopardy if we fail to find Mr. Von Bach. He's the only one with the knowledge to unlock the secrets of the Ark Core.
Yeah. Fuck your reload animation. That's something that'll happen in a lot of games, and I'm actually kind of disappointed in that. Is that like
This is the head of
there are
the
so many
security
times
team.
where
If he didn't make it, then
if
what
you
hope
shoot
does
the
Mr. Von
gun,
Bach
like for
have?
instance, watch. Fire the gun, reload. Okay, so that reload is actually pretty quick, considering it's an 85 shotgun. I think to say with a lot of LMGs specifically
My
in
DNA
games,
scan says this is
it's
not
funny
Mr.
because
Von
when you
Bach,
look
but
at it,
ABI employee number 130. That's not good. She was extremely important to this expedition.
but yeah, typically if you fire an LMG and reload it, the animation takes a certain amount of time to complete that animation. The funny thing about that animation though is that you can often skip it. And that if you watch the ammo counter at the bottom left, the second it updates you to 85, you just press R3, and then you skip the rest of your reload animation with a melee, and your weapon's loaded.
I'm estimating
So.
the death count to be at least 300. Whether Mr. Von Bach is alive or dead, he doesn't appear to be near the crash site. I think we're going to need some assistance in finding him. I'm receiving an SOS from Captain Grant now. I'll patch it through.
Repeat. All unarmed and injured survivors, get to cover and stay put. We will find you. All combat-capable survivors, report to the emergency HQ at the New Freedom Rally Point. ASAP.
Hey, Ark Hunter. Did you get that E-Rep message?
Did you get the thing I sent you? Oh, left chat, up and down, do nothing. Isn't this a merchant? Yes. Oh. You don't say.
I want to know why E-Rep's here.
Cue the cutscene.
Repeat. The New Freedom is going down. Heavy casualties suffered. Does anyone copy? Captain Grant, sir. The terraforming interference
Keep
is...
trying, Corporal.
You keep talking to that thing until your voice gives out. Do you understand?
Yay, it's giving cutscenes because it's an old story and I am now sad. I forget how to equip a vehicle. Well, found vehicle. There's no equipment for the goddamn vehicle. And now I have a shotgun.
Make them run.
Okay.
The rescue team can't move until you cross the valley and take care of the targets on that ridge.
The assassin had the ability to turn invisible, and I missed that. That I think is just a checkpoint. In the hole, you know. In the event that you die, you'll just be popped back here. Fine, fuck me and my ammo. Turns out Liz was right. I didn't have grenades equipped. It was weird that they were like, oh yeah, press R1 to throw grenades, and then don't have any grenades. So, did I miss the grenade? When moving double tap circle to roll out of the way of attacks. Yup.
Send backup now! Don't surrender!
Sit. Done. Because the thing about it is all these events are public.
Area secured.
Meaning that you can do exactly this.
Bright future together.
And then also
They're heading into the new freedom now.
Looks like you convinced
randomized drops.
Arc Hunters can actually help out here. He said you can take one of the runners to get around. Pick it up at HQ on your way down. Otherwise, you're gonna need sturdier boots and a lot more guns.
Wow, a rarity 4 SMG right off the bat. God damn. I have an inventory space of 100. I don't think that's a common thing. Replace weapon. No, I don't want you to replace. I want to remember how to mod you. Enhance. Oh. Yeah, I don't have any barrels to put on you. Sorry. Alright. So now we have this really cool SMG. Completely random on drops. That's the cool thing about it. That's the other cool thing about doing all the crazy events, though, is that, like, everyone gets something. Everyone is rewarded. It's just a case of if you do the most damage, you get on the leaderboard. So it's like, it's always important whenever you do that to immediately poke the boss. Just shoot it once. If you know it has a damage, you know, phase, where you just hit it, just shoot it once. Sniper rifle, pistol, SMG, LMG, does not matter what weapon. Over there, when it comes time to complete the phase, complete the event, it's
Nice.
congratulations, you got
You can
blank.
use it whenever you want to get around faster.
One of my medics found some supplies at the Accord Medical Clinic, but he said there's new.
So now you have a vehicle. Drive whenever you like. With unlimited gas and no need for anything else. Woo! Hey, what's up? Man, I remember I had this badass vehicle.
I'm picking up a distress signal from Captain Grant's men. They're in trouble. We better help.
I forgot this thrusters.
I'm pinned down!
Mutants coming in from the west.
Oh man, the reload on this. And you'll notice that we have a severe lack of cover on our side. And also the game kind of plays a bit like Destiny does, in that there are times where you can get a weapon that is absolute shit, but its stats are better than your weapon, so it's worth it to use it even if it's crap right now.
Thanks for the assist. We'll get this truck running and meet you at the medical clinic.
Meet up with the E-Rep medics.
Time to drive.
Whee.
Archiver, we're in position, but this place is crawling.
This is not what I signed on for!
We're gonna need your help.
Drop off!
This is another case of just a random, because it's an MMO, random event that occurs. Wow, thank you for dying.
E-Rep needs people like you.
I knew someone would come.
This is not what I
Command
signed
wouldn't
on
leave me to
for.
rot to report this to command.
Thanks, pal. You better already regret this.
And it's just a case of, hey, everything gives you experience, because why not? That man is a rocket launcher. I'm a little bit jelly. Y'all know you could swim, right? I think I remember making this exact same mistake last time, too. That's another thing you always do in a game like this. Jump in the water. Just to see what happens. That's why it's always been hilarious in some games like that, where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, GTA, you could, you know, take a rocket launcher to the face and live, because you have body armor on. But at the same time...
Then come back and get me. Radios are down, so once the targets are cleared...
I need to get rid of this SMG. It's blue, but it's crap.
We'll secure the perimeter.
Let's find the medical
It's
supplies.
blue,
Watch
but
out
it's
for the
crap. And
mutants
it
along
hasn't
the way.
increased the reload, and the reload is still 2.4 seconds. I mean, this monster over here is rocking a 3-second reload with significantly more damage. I'd much rather use that. Hell yeah. In fact, you know what? View, no. Cycle loadout, no. Enhance. And still all you have is a barrel slot. Enhance, no slots. Alright, whatever.
This will go a long way for Grant and his men.
Johnny, what's up?
Sup?
Playing
Hey,
new.
Rich, what the fuck is that game?
Well, do you remember Defiance?
Yeah.
Control C, Control V.
Wait, legit?
Yeah, like PS3 graphics and all.
They brung it back?
Yeah. There's
How? That game fucking bombed.
I thought that game did pretty good.
No.
I enjoyed
That
it.
game fucking bombed. The show bombed. Everything bombed with to do with that.
Well, apparently someone funded
This
it.
will go a long way for Grant and his men.
Is it free?
No, closed beta.
Ah.
You need to be invited. You need a code emailed to you.
You got an extra?
Nope, just the one.
We got him. Nice work. Now let's get to the roof and signal the medics.
Son of a bitch, I can't tell my dad about this game yet.
Why?
Because he fucking loved the shit out of this game. And if I tell him about it, he'll take his fucking PlayStation back, and then my girl can't play fucking Final Fantasy with me.
Oh, you two playing Comrades?
No, Final Fantasy 14, bro.
Oh, 14.
Yeah. God damn, it is the same fucking thing. I could see the fucking texture clipping. I could see the fucking texture like square boxes.
I was a little disappointed in it too. I was like, this is just PS3 Mark II.
Yeah, it's literally copy paste. I'm seeing it. Why is it called Defiance 2050 now?
I assume they've added like an after game deal where there's like crazy new shit, but you have to beat the game, I think. I don't know. In all honesty, is fucking beating the story wasn't that hard. The dungeons were the hard part because you had to get people who didn't suck. There are times where you're just in a hallway getting your ass whooped, and you're thinking to yourself,
my thing is what about all that stuff that I got for pre-ordering the old one after it fucking tanked? Like, what about all the fucking cars and shit that I had? Like, do I get those back or nah?
I have no idea, dude. I don't know. It is a beta.
Time to speed up.
You bring a valid point. Sprint is a good idea right now.
This is fucking, that's fucking trash. I cannot believe they brought this fucker back. The loot system, I hated the fucking loot system in this game.
Why did you hate the loot system?
Because they tried to make it Borderlands-esque, but you'd always end up getting something that was marginally better or marginally worse. Or just completely worse. You never got anything like exponentially better. It always based your drops based off of your current
your gear
stats.
Score, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a gear
Instead
score
of,
style.
oh, you just completed something really fucking hard to do. You were under level for it, but we're not gonna give you gear that people on the level would get. No, we're gonna give you gear that's a little bit better than what you've got right now, and you could try it again later.
Okay, see, they've added Silicon Valley. That's interesting. Because I remember the bridge. The bridge has a giant robot on it that
No,
instantly kills you.
Silicon Valley was already there. It was, but it was after we had all done fucking quit. Or it's after everybody that I played with quit. I didn't meet you till PlayStation 4. But everybody that I played it with basically quit, and then my dad kept playing it by himself. And they added that sometime or another while he was playing it. I'm pretty sure.
I just remember having this badass infected weapon. I had this insane infected weapon. Oh, my phone's
I mean, I liked a lot of the
vibrate.
weapons. Like, I'll be honest, like, a lot of the weapons that they had, I liked the combat and everything like that. Everything was just so fucking glitchy. It pissed me off.
I can
And
tell.
the fact that they got this, like, the same graphic, oh my god, that is so bad. This is not, oh god.
Yeah, I thought it
pissed
was
me off just to see that.
I thought it was a new game with new, like, they were like, oh, listen, we took the engine, updated the
I'd have been
textures,
alright for the
made a new
same
map.
game. I'd have been alright for the same exact game, but graphics that are at least PS3 era. Those graphics were fucking PS2. I seen better shit on fucking PS2.
If I'm not mistaken, it was an early tier PS3 game.
No, it was mid-tier. That game was mid-tier. It was long after the fucking PlayStation 3 released. And the only reason I know is because that game came out just, like, Let's see, that game came out when I was in the 11th grade, I think. And PS3 had been out since I was in like the 7th or 8th grade. So, and then PS4 came out just after I left for the Army in 2013. Or no, wait. Yeah. Or was it 14? It was either 2013 or 2014 PS4 came out. But I know for a fact that game was mid to late tier fucking PS3 generation. It had PS2 graphics. And that's barely scratching the surface, because Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 12, like any of the Tales series. Hell, some of the PS1 games I remember had better graphics than that fucking game did. Like,
Johnny,
and then on top of that, on top of that, to release a game that's promising to be what it was promising to be, and for it to have, like, I expect some bugs. Any open world game that is massively, like, has that much of a player base, that much of a player base in the same area and such, I can expect some glitches. Like, I understand, it's fine. PS3 era game, the system's struggling. Like, I'd already played Final Fantasy 14. Like, I already know, like, open world game like that with that many people, it's gonna have some struggles, some glitches gonna happen, some lag's gonna happen, lag spikes are gonna happen. That game had too many. I remember jumping trying to jump a hill in a car, and then I lag spiked and flew through it and flew under the map. Because I was apparently going too fast, that the game lost track of my character. I remember another time where I jumped a hill, and then instead of landing, I went through the map.
I want to know how this person got a score of 460,000.
Better weapon? LMG, probably.
Whoa! And why did it just jump me? Ah.
A good LMG in that game with that has a lot of accuracy to it. If you can pop constant headshots, you can get higher scores than anybody else in that game. If you got a badass grenade launcher, you can do pretty much just as good, but you gotta have a god roll fucking tier gun. Anyway, I gotta get off the topic of that game. Final Fantasy. Basically what I did is, we started her character and everything, and I bought the scenario skip thing to get her into Storm's Blood. The only thing we gotta do now is level her up, which that's not hard. I got her to level 17, and now we're gonna go into Deep Dungeon. She already understands the basic concept of how to do Black Mage, but since I was a Black Mage main, I'm gonna end up teaching her how to do late game Black Mage.
Let's get the station running.
Good luck.
Not that hard. That's why I didn't get the level progression thing, because I've got the extra 25 that I could blow and just get her to level 60 and say fuck it. But no, I'm not. That's how scrubs are made. We don't skip levels. I can skip scenario, whatever, but we don't skip levels.
Generator is disabled.
I can skip levels, but that's because I've been playing games long enough to where I actually know to read what a fucking skill does. Whereas those idiots come in, I'm gonna hit level 60, I'm gonna progress to in-game. Hey, what is this dungeon? I've went far enough in the game where I can use a level skip and not get flying fucked. But it's also giving me a chance to level up my Marauder, so I don't mind it.
That sentry gun won't be giving us any more trouble.
That was close. Let's get going.
But Rich, I got a proposition for you.
What?
If you can find a way to afford Storm's Blood, I'll drop the money on your fucking subscription. What you say?
I'm broke as shit.
I know you're broke as shit. I said find a way. I said if you can find a way, I'll drop the money on your sub. Oh, that's something else. Since I've got her on my friends, like, recruiter friend thing, I can now, get the other double mount that there is, the, Amber Drought Chocobo.
Cool.
Since I've already got the I've got the Drought Chocobo, I've got the, Quintania mount. Now I just need the Amber Drought Chocobo, and I should have all of the recruiter friend mounts that are worth the shit. Unless they added more, which is what I'm about to go check. Because I'm curious.
That's a weird bug.
Let's get going.
You'll see a lot of those.
I think it's funny because this game has been out for years.
Let's get the station running.
I hate this mission so much.
What do you mean? Last I heard, the Defiance servers fucking went down on PS3.
On PS3, yeah, years ago.
Nobody was fucking playing it. That was the whole reason. They said, I forget what it was, but it was like compared to the initial player base after 6 months of the game coming out, like the first 6 months of the game, to where they cut off the servers, they said it was like 3 or 6% of their original player base, or their player base in the first 6 months of the game. Like, it died. Like, middle of Texas roadkill died. Like, I'll be surprised if that game gets a good following.
Fuck.
Hell, with the way the first one bombed, I'm surprised they could even do a fucking closed beta.
I wouldn't call this a beta. This is Defiance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not even pretty much, like quest design. Like I remember there being a specific annoying mission with this chick. I remember there being an annoying mission with this chick in a satellite relay tower thing, and now I'm doing that fucking mission.
I remember I got so bored with the missions because of how fucking easy they were that I stopped fucking doing them. And just went and killed shit and went and challenged myself to kill shit that was umpteenth fucking times harder than what I should have been fucking fighting, but everything else was boring at my level.
We need to make some repairs so we can get this thing back up and
Or
running.
gear level.
Yeah, I remember seeing people there that were like gear score 1,000. I was like, how do you get that high of a gear score? And then they were like, oh, you just keep doing dungeons with randoms. And
yeah.
I noticed
like,
that doing dungeons with randoms was just shooting people repeatedly. And then it's just various things. It was just because it was multiplayer. It was actually in like an MMO setting where it was like, oh, by the way, there's like 4 people all shooting the same target. It has a fuckload of health. Good luck. Right, cut
How?
Here. How what?
They're playing, a bard is playing a harp, but they're actually just playing the notes.
That's a big fella.
Like an instrument, like they're getting to choose the note, like Ocarina of Time.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
And this person is playing the theme song to Final Fantasy X. Or no, it's not. It's Xanarkin theme. Da 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 da. Oh my god, I'm about to go level up Bard.
What's the cooldown on my grenade? I'm looking for that on my HUD. Cause I don't see it anywhere. It's white. Hi guys. This is how you learn how to revive people.
Thanks, babe. Almost there. Come on, baby, don't shut down on me.
I gotta go find out where the fuck this is.
Fuck you and your elemental weapon. I need ammo. Give me ammo. Thank you. Are we done? Eliminate the mutants. They're eliminated. Thank you. Cutscene. Triangle.
It's apparently an action called Perform, and you can pick it up in Gridania.
Cool.
That is amazing. Oh my god, I can play music when I'm bored now. I'm gonna be in the middle of a dungeon and just ding 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 ding.
Because I'm supposed to know what all the D's are. Cool. Great
Well,
job.
no, just well, if you listen to the tune, it's Final. Like I said, Final Fantasy X Xanarkin thing. She said level 30 Bard can pick it up in Gridania. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see a quest anywhere.
Alright, so now I have a sniper rifle and just a standard assault. So see, that's the thing though, is that like the story is just like there's just side quests everywhere, and so far there's no big events.
Miketta's Amphitheater.
Although I haven't actually gotten around to getting out there for those, so that's why we're gonna do nothing but the story. Also, there's a GPS thing on the map, which is actually
By the way,
quite
I should
intuitive
tell
for
you,
when the game came out.
you do realize that right now it's free login campaign in Final Fantasy up to like May something, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could play that play it right now, honestly.
No, I can't. It hasn't been updated in forever.
Well, I do my thing and get it synced here.
And B, that's all I could do is upgrade other classes. I was already at max before the DLC came out, and I can't level up to 70 without the DLC, so.
But arc hunters like us don't have to be loyal to anyone, especially not Uncle Erect.
That I'll give him credit for. The battle music was pretty good.
What the fuck is this?
That was a hit.
Traits.
Climb up the damn thing.
Actions. Oh, there it is. Performance. Harp, piano, lute, fiddle. Oh,
Piano.
my
Oh man, you gotta do
Everything.
the 2 Xanarkand. You gotta do 2 Xanarkand in piano.
Mutants coming in from the west.
I'll see what these look.
Oh, hey, buddy. You can sit down. Completed. Fuck you, Butch. Telling me I got the lowest score.
Oh my god, what the fuck? This is very detailed.
Is it like when Warframe added the Soma chord?
No.
Like, you can now make your own music go nuts, and you're like, okay, I guess that's the thing I'm doing.
No, you actually play. Like, you legit fucking play.
Sorry if I'm skipping this absolutely enthralling storyline.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm a big fan of these mutants being
That's
trained
fucking hilarious.
Couldn't just be farmers or something harmless like that.
Time to drive.
I'm sad though, because it's like I remember all this.
Look at your messages.
It's a case of like I look at it and I think to myself, you know, I played.
Get us to the terminal at the base so I can get
What's it called? Like I remember when this game first came out, and this was awesome.
So we don't have to worry about any more of these guys showing
Because I remember playing it on Scott's PS3, and then being like, I need to get this game. This is fun. But the problem with that is, I said that was back when the game first fucking released on the PS3, and it's a case of, compared to games nowadays, this is, ugh. I at least thought it was cool when it first came out. And according to Johnny, no one else did, except fucking me and his dad. Also, the difficulty of enemies is increased because there's multiple people in the area. Done. Let me just reload this real quick. And hit fire it into your head. Done. And I got top of the board. See, that's the cool part, is that when you do random shit with random people, you still have a board of who's doing the best. So you get to kind of be like, yeah, top of the leaderboard. And this is more annoying shit with a satellite, just like I said.
Favorite Ark Hunters have once again drop-kicked some major ass. Hey, Ark Hunter, a bunch of distress calls are coming in from the Kinship neighborhood. The E-Reps can't respond fast enough, but maybe you can get to some of them. Besides, one of them might be your boss.
Whee. This guy's got the right idea. Yay, I got a green frag grenade.
But I don't see anyone.
Alright, let's clear out the sniper rifle. Switch it over for the pistol. And then grenade is the same, which by the way, you do get like crazy alien grenades, and it doesn't open up until it's actually, honestly, it's like a lot of other MMOs where it doesn't really open up until you reach end game, and then it's fucking ridiculous, and you're like, what is going on right now? And they're like, oh, you know,
This area shows
just all
evidence
sorts of
survivors.
awesome shit.
It appears mutants were here too. That can't be good. This device must be how these survivors got their distress call to Cass. Looks like they were dragged away alive.
You know what? I don't need the pistol. I think I do better with the sniper.
I'm getting new signals from an area north of your position. Get up there and check it out.
Time to drive.
Is she really gonna say time to drive every single time I hit up on the D-pad? Like, good God. Whee. Go north and find survivors. Okay, no, now we're stuck between a guardrail and a brick. Oh my God, this ATV. You wanna
This is actually really fucking difficult. Oh my God, there is so much shit. Otherworld or Overworld theme. Final Fantasy VII. Melodies of Life.
There are so many bodies. Yet
Final Fantasy IX. 2 Xanark, and there it is.
Cerebrospinal fluids have been extracted from
Let's
these
see.
bodies.
Where's the piano?
Explanation as to why mutants would do such an awful thing. We need to find the other survivors before they end up the same way.
We got a read on a handful of rescue beacons at the Kinship Plaza. Get over there and help those people out. Might be where Von Bach is.
E G B E F G
That was incredible. Keep it up. I'm detecting a lot of movement right under your feet. We need to get the survivors out of here as fast as we can.
God damn. That is. This is like the easiest one to do, and it's the Hymn of the Fate from Final Fantasy X. Like, every other one is fucking insane. Oh my God. Oh, Rich, I had no idea about this ability. I'm tripping balls right now. B, F, E, G, E, G, F, G, A, A, E, A,
I knew someone would come. Command wouldn't leave me to rot. I'm in the clear!
I gotta go back to Lamsa now. This one chick was playing fucking Xanark, and like I said, just crazy. It was fucking insane how good it was.
Is this before I tell you that I listen to orchestrated Final Fantasy music all the time?
Lost Woods, Saria Song, Song of Time. Like, I'm looking on Reddit, like, stuff that people have sat here and drummed out on the fucking Final Fantasy perform
Chances
thing.
are it's following actual, like, musical theory, and as a result,
that's what I'm thinking.
You have the sheet music, you know the notes.
Yeah, but that's if you can get the sheet music.
It's all
Pokemon theme song, Majora's Mask, Song of Healing. All-Star Smash Mouth intro.
That's not a surprise.
Where's this one bitch that was over here fucking... Ah, not playing anymore. Fuck.
I can fight. These fuckers will regret time. Right outside it. Damn it.
I have a read on a group of survivors located at Kinship Tower, as well as mutants. Let's hurry. We need to help.
Going rapid.
I'm detecting a large amount of seismic activity. Be ready for anything. Something doesn't seem right here. Stay on your toes. Earth Republic reinforcements are on the way. We need to hold our position until they arrive. Those mutants from the underground appear to be coursing with the adreno drug. Soldiers! Looks like mutants from the south.
This is the same voice as the robot in Fortnite. I knew I fucking knew this voice.
Mutants coming in from the west.
You're lucky.
Almost there. Mutants bringing trouble from the east. Check your fire. We've got E-Rep friendlies incoming. Secure the area. We can't leave any bad guys alive. It's a big fella. Be careful.
You should have a bigger clip. Thank you. God damn it.
That was incredible. Keep it up.
Black Dynamite got leader top of the
We
leaderboard.
got them all. The Earth Republic personnel are safe and sound. But it doesn't look like Mr. Von Bach is one of them.
Nice, I got a blue shield. So why aren't the actual inspect mechanics working? 18, 19, 24, 909, 18, 19, 29, 4, 909. So yeah, the recharge per second is slightly higher. So yeah, all it had to do was fucking say that. God damn. You can get elemental grenades, and like I said, you can get bio weaponry, and it's rocket launchers, grenade launchers. You can get a lot of crazy stuff. It's just, I ain't finding anything good. Where's the main story mission, man? These are all side missions. I'm gonna do something very dumb, Johnny. Wish me luck.
Time to drive.
Alright.
I'm gonna drive like across the map where I'm 99% certain everything will outlevel me and one-shot me. But it'll be a fun journey. I mean, I gotta make it interesting somehow, otherwise it's just like I'm playing Defiance again, and I'm like, this is such a letdown. Like, I thought it was gonna be Defiance 2. Like Destiny was, where it was like, alright, you know, jumping, crouching, reloading, shooting, these are all the same. Oh, they've changed up the super abilities and all the weaponry. Alright, cool, this is something new. So, you know, it's like a case of it's more Destiny and better than just it's just Defiance.
It's Box evac seat, but the mutants beat us here. Take them out.
Like that's not even a Defiance, but better. I'm literally just playing Defiance, which I mean, don't get me wrong, Defiance was fun, but like it's gotta fucking update with the times, you know? And apparently for 10 million credits, you can unlock whatever comes after the story. And I'm just like, what? I didn't know there was a sell all feature. Although if you favorite items, you won't sell the favorited items, so there's that. So what do we got here? We got a merchant, fucking an extraction point, and a fast travel point. All right, cool. So I have an a fast travel point. That's useful. Where'd my vehicle go? You can get different vehicles. Although I will say that means absolutely nothing because all the vehicles have the exact same like speed. They're purely for show. Although actually I will say the cars have slightly bigger hitboxes, which makes running enemies over fun. Sorry Johnny, you were saying something.
End game Final Fantasy. We play music and sit around in a circle in the middle of town.
I mean, if you're having fun with it, fuck. Man. Now see, the problem is that this just makes me want to play Far Cry 5 all the more, because I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is a letdown. I really hope Far Cry 5 ain't, because I'm sure Far Cry 5 is full of goofiness, which, I mean, I know it is, because I've seen gameplay.
4 wasn't that great, though.
What didn't you like about it?
The co-op mechanic, mostly.
What do you mean, what didn't you like about it?
Hey, Rich, you want to go fly in the wingsuit again?
Oh yeah, the one where it's just like if person A is too far away, person B just gets teleported.
And then certain things would count at, certain things would override certain other things. Like generally, it would teleport player 2 to player 1, but the wingsuit overrode that. It didn't matter what the fuck player 1 was doing, wingsuit was more important. I remember dropping your ass out of the sky on more than one occasion because it was fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean, that's the benefit of Far Cry 4, at least, was that, you know, well, you didn't like the mechanic, at least we found a way to have fun with it.
Yeah, I tormented your ass, that's what I remember.
And then there were other times where it was like, hey, you want to go get this watchtower, and it's like, every watchtower is a little puzzle of what ledge to climb up to what ledge to what ledge, and then it's just...
Or you just find the tallest mountain...
I remember helicopter, and then you grapple hooked to the helicopter, and I just landed on it, and you were like, done.
There were some cool mechanics. Like, I will admit, it was fun, but I'm sorry, I don't like the whole I'm tied to you thing. Like, that's never a good mechanic to have in any multiplayer game, unless it's couch co-op. If it's couch co-op and you're running both off the same fucking system, I can understand the concept, you know? Like, they're trying to keep from too many things, rendering at once. Like, I understand the distance mechanic on that note, if it's couch co-op. But for them to limit the distance that you can travel in a multiplayer session irritates the
it's just more for it's just for more resource gathering, because the problem with that then becomes that, you know, if they're
I can go to one side of the map, you go to the other side of the map, and we clear everything in half the time.
Yeah, and the game has to fucking procedurally generate the location, the health, the ammo, the everything for every single enemy in the area.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it would run it off of 2 systems simultaneously instead of using the power of 1 system, as it would have to do if it was couch co-op, then I don't see the problem with it. Like, think about it. A lot of games, like look at Borderlands. we could completely fucking separate from one end of the area to
could
the
not,
other.
however, jump to other zones.
Be in different areas. No. But what game was that? Fuck, hold up. I remember one game where you could do that.
I have no idea what's happening to my character.
I can't remember it though. It was where you could be in completely different areas. You could co-op and work together, or you could split up and do shit in half the time.
GTA 5.
And everything. That's online and that's server based. What if there's a way to macro songs for this performance thing?
I mean, at that point, you might as well just go into public chat with your mic and just play the damn song for him. And be like, ooh, look at me, I'm talented.
I just want to do it just to have it during, like,
a dungeon where we're waiting on someone taking a fucking leak, and you're like, alright, well...
just set it to play
macro,
that, play
music, walk away.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now I'm doing what Johnny was talking about doing, which is going into levels far superior to me, and just shooting stuff. Because if I can get one gun from any of these enemies, it'll be far superior to anything I have equipped. And... sadly, there's not a wide array of levels yet, because the game literally is available to play for like 3 days. So that's why it's funny to see that I'm over here in an event and there's just literally no one. And then I got just destroyed because they're all level I don't know what. But they were kicking my ass. And it's just like, yeah, that'll happen. Wow, really? The render distance is like 75 meters. Hey, buddy. Stand still, you bitch. Fine, I'll just shoot you. Guess who has a sniper rifle? Yeah, you better hide from me. Yeah, I'm not going back towards that area. I got my ass whooped once. Once was enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it was a very fun shooter when it released. But as it stands, things have changed, and not necessarily for the better.
I have high hopes for this, but let's be careful.
But this right here is just a random event that is in the game. It's just a thing. And these just happen randomly based on time and location. And it was always about teamwork and communication, and oh, you're dead. Oh, and I'm apparently dead. That guy shot me through the environment. Oh yeah, because they have weapons that do that. I forgot about the penetrator weapons. Okay, folks, I am so goddamn let down by this goddamn game that I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to God of War.
How far are you?
Oh, don't.
What was the last place that you did?
I am in the Giant's Caves after clearing the Black Fog.
Okay, so you're going up the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just past you, to be honest.
Such a letdown, because I mean, like, if you're gonna just demo the old game, why not just give us the old game? Like, what the fuck? So yeah, Defiance 1 was this, but there was more of it. The passive abilities you unlock as you level up, I think it was every 10 levels, as well as a new major ability slot. And then you also had actual loadouts with ability trees for multiple, oh, also I should Definitely, I could have been doing this. I could have been buffing myself. But it's a case of like, alright, well, and then you have these abilities, so it's like now you're gonna have Healing Stim as a secondary ability in whatever point. So it was a case of you could play as Assassin, Guardian, Combat, Medic, or Assault, and then you had a bunch of different actives and passives. You know, these three are the passives, and then these are the actives. You can only have 3 passives active at a time, though, until you hit the next tier of levels. It was really weird, but it was a case of you had to balance what abilities and passives you liked, and that's what allowed you to play your character your way, quote unquote. And as a result, you got to really enjoy yourself, really do it your way. But as it stands, I honestly just can't be bothered. I literally can't be bothered. I just flat don't care. This is Defiance 1. Defiance 1 was cool when Defiance 1 came out. But to be like, it's Defiance 2050. No. It is Defiance 1 again. Don't lie to me. It is Defiance 1 all over again. And the other problem is that A, it's a closed beta, so there's not too many people playing. I mean, there are a bunch of people, I'll give them that, but there's not too many. So, you know, it's an MMO with limited players. Because, like, I remember there were times, I just did that for fun. There were times where we would go to, let me do that. There were times where I would literally be, like, down here. I could be down in the final area of the game, because this used to be the final area of the game. And then see a red, like, there would be, like, 8 or 9 red pylons on the map. And I would just jump to a nearby fast travel, hop on my vehicle, drive in, and just shoot the crap out of stuff. Because the cool thing was is that there were so many people, and there was so much to, like, there was always stuff to do. And the game is very basic in that it was just a case of shoot stuff in the face. That was your one and only mechanic, of just shoot everything in its face. So, go ahead, shoot stuff, have fun. You know, every single one of these mechanics, every single one of these dark matter extractor things, it was either what was it? There were the mutants, there were the insect guys, and there were some other people as well that always tried to do stuff, and then you would just, it'd all be a variation of go in and just shoot everything that isn't friendly. And then the other thing about that is you can't kill teammates, so, like, this guy's a player. I cannot in any capacity kill him, so, I mean, so it's not even like you gotta worry about, oh no, can I really hurt somebody? Hell. Alright, I can hurt myself. That's interesting to know. I was just about to say, can I even hurt myself with my grenade? Instantly downed myself. I was like, oh, I can. No shit. What do you mean I have an ability point available? I just used it. Yeah, exactly. I don't have an ability point available. You're lying to me. Class points available. Fucking lying to me. And then matchmaking you can't do until level 10, and it's just basically more cover-based shooting. To where it's a case of you know, you can't insta-revive on your location, so you actually have to work together, so it's like a case of, alright. And then just shoot at enemies and then go back behind cover, and then shoot at enemies and go back behind cover. And just like any other MMO, it was all about, you know, ooh, hey, can I get some good rewards? Can I get good drops out of this? Oh man, I got a blue rocket launcher. Oh man, I got a blue shotgun. Oh man, I got a fucking green pistol, man. Guess I'll do it again, and it's just, you know, welcome to MMOs. So it's rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, hoping to get better gear than you did last time. And yeah, as Johnny said, it was all about, you know, whatever your gear score was, which you don't get a gear score. Well, that was how the end game worked. It basically works off of your level for now. Once you hit max level, it was based off of your gear score, which was just an average gear. You know how the gear score works. It was an average level based off of, you know, what they determined your weapon was capable of. So, like, for instance, a base level 20 weapon would have maybe, I don't know, a gear score of 200. So if you had all level 20 gear, you had at least a minimum of 200. And then it was like, all right, well, this one may be a 200 assault rifle, but you just did this mission, and then this mission gave you a 205 assault rifle. That gave you just a little bit more. Now, I usually went up by 5s, because the thing is the maximum gear score in that game was, I want to say 1500.
Yeah, so, my dad was at like 1300 when the servers cut off.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a fun game, but it's definitely more fun on the full release with people, because this will just be a blur. Like, I could count on...
Plus the thing is the game is just fucking boring anyway.
Like, there's like 4 or 5 people on screen right now. If the game fully released, there'd be a good 30, 40, 50. It'd be a case of fucking just, they're like the boss camp up there. People would just be sitting there just like, mission complete. And just reload, wait for another newbie to come in, kill the guy, get gear.
I figured out why it's so hard to do the songs on this fucking game. It's because of the controller setting. Like, it's harder to get the different notes, like whether you want it higher or lower. And oh yeah, check your messages by the way. Look at it.
It doesn't have the same complexity and control of an actual keyboard.
Yeah. It's easier on a keyboard because of the way you gotta press R. You gotta use R1, R2, L1, L2 to change the pitch of the notes themselves, as well as to use. I don't know what the little black keys are called on a fucking piano, but to use those, you gotta use different ones. It's just.
So anyway, folks, you've seen Defiance 2050. I guess it's more of Defiance. If Defiance 2050 is supposed to be like some super huge expansion to the point that you can actually, you know, like it's actually, like I said before, like Destiny 2, where it's more of the same but with better textures and weaponry and a new story and a new fucking environments and all that goes with maps. But anyway, the point is that this is like copy paste Defiance, and I'm very much let down. If it would at least auto jump me to end game, where it's just like, here, go right to the new stuff, but it wants me to play through the entirety of the story in order to, like, it's through the entirety of the story to get to the new shit, and it's like, no, you should throw us in there, because that's the whole point of the beta, is to be like, hey, try out the new stuff that we're doing.
New stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we already know how the balancing between the gear and the enemies and all that works, because this game's been out for years. This is Defiance 1 all over again. And so, yeah. All in all, it's just Defiance 1 copy-pasted with more stuff. So, if you like Defiance 1, you might like this, but as it stands, it's not worth streaming, because I've done all of this before. Now, if Defiance 2050 comes out and it's free, that'd be worth playing. If it's a free MMO...
Yeah, no, if it's free, I'll play it. If it's free, I will definitely fucking download it and play it.
But I will straight up say now, if Defiance 2050 comes out and it's a $60 game, that's a terrible idea, and it'll probably bomb worse than 1.
The most I would do for that game is 20.
Yeah,
20 is the most. That is max. Otherwise, anything less than 20. But yeah, 20 is the most I would pay for that game at all.
I was going to suggest 20 as well, where it's just like you literally Control-C, Control-V, and trying to resell. It'd be like if I gave you a yo-yo again. It'd be like, listen, I know you just bought this yo-yo. That was like, what, 7 years ago? Well, here's the same yo-yo. And you're like, oh! And I mean, the only value was in the nostalgia, and even then, it was...
The game wasn't nostalgic.
I mean, it was
unless you
cool.
legit fucking enjoyed the show, which, like I said, did not get a lot of good ratings. The show flopped.
No. You know what? Let's look this up. I want to see what like IGN and shit scored this game.
Everything fucking IGN scored it good, actually, when it first came out. But you don't want to go off that.
I'm just gonna look up Defiance score.
Because the game itself was actually top of the line for when it came out in PlayStation 3. Like, it was a lot of good stuff. Nobody had done a MMO fucking or third person shooter, really.
Defiance review. The show, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 76, Metacritic gave it a 57, IMDb gave it a 7 out of 10. Apparently, it was actually alright.
Yeah, but that's also fucking critics.
Yeah.
Look at the critics view it and see the show to see how many people will watch the show. If the critics liked it, the critics liked it. But if you look at the actual the community base around it,
the game though, the game got 6.5, 62, and 64. So you're looking at about a 60, which is a fucking D-.
I mean, 6.5 out of 10 isn't bad though.
And also, this game came out in 2013, so that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, 2013. So, no, it came out towards the end of the PlayStation 3 era. So, yeah, think about that one, Rich.
Yeah, actually, wow. Anyway,
for how it looks, terribly fucking disappointing. Like, I'm sorry, that game, that is the one thing, like, I will never get game recommendations from Brandon ever again because of that game.
Oh, dude.
No, before that, Brandon was actually pretty spot on. Anime, games, shit like that, like, he was pretty spot on, but that game completely made me fucking, nope.
Like, bottom right corner. D-pad, left, favorite, R3. Which one favorites it? Which, by the way, I'm hitting left on the D-pad and R3. Neither of them are favoriting.
Are you still playing that motherfucker?
So, yeah, all in all,
go play God of War.
All in all, Defiance 2050 gets
deleted.
1 suicide grenade. Wow, I didn't kill myself that time. Why not? Oh well. That was supposed to kill me like the last grenade did. Anyway, like I said, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna end this episode, jump over to God of War, play that for an hour. So yeah, hope to see you there. Have yourselves a good day. Bye bye.